Welcome back to Car Drive Next, your destination for honest, in-depth car reviews with no fluff. Today, we're bringing you something that's not just a car, it's a rolling sculpture. This is the 2026 Lexus LC 500, and it's more than just a luxury coupe. It's a symbol of Lexus' pursuit of performance, beauty, and craftsmanship blended into one refined and roaring machine. Before we even step inside or talk numbers, just take a moment to appreciate this thing. The 2026 LC 500 doesn't scream for attention, it earns it. Lexus has fine-tuned the design over the past few years, and while the core silhouette remains, subtle changes in the front and rear faces, the lighting elements, and the detailing around the grille and vents bring it into the future. It's aggressive, but not overbearing, sophisticated, yet still muscular. Up front, that massive spindle grille is still the centerpiece. It's framed by razor-sharp LED headlights with Lexus signature checkmark-shaped DRLs that look like they were cut from crystal. For 2026, Lexus has slightly reshaped the lower bumper vents, making them sleeker and more integrated into the overall look. The hood lines remain powerful, flowing backward with a natural sense of motion, even when the car is standing still. Every contour looks intentional. Aerodynamics aren't just functional here, they're artistic. Moving to the side, you get that low-slung profile that the LC has become known for. It rides low, with a wide stance and a long hood that speaks to its rear-wheel drive dynamics. Lexus has revised the wheel options for this model year, offering a new 21-inch forged alloy design that looks both elegant and athletic. The roofline flows gracefully into the rear deck, and that classic cab rearward layout gives it a true grand tourer presence. The door handles sit flush for a clean look, and subtle character lines sweep back toward the rear wheels, adding motion to the shape. From the rear, it's just as sculptural. The taillights are absolute showpieces, 3D blade-style units that almost seem holographic. They light up in layers, giving the rear a futuristic edge. The bumper has been reworked to include a slightly more pronounced diffuser, and the dual exhaust outlets now have darker surrounds for a more serious look. Even the Lexus badge gets a little extra gloss, standing out proudly at the center. Now, step inside and you'll find yourself in one of the most artfully designed interiors in the luxury performance segment. The cabin of the LC 500 is where Lexus truly flexes its craftsmanship muscles. Every surface is covered in high-end materials: Alcantara, semi-aniline leather, hand-stitched trim, brushed aluminum, and real carbon fiber depending on the trim you choose. The overall layout is driver-focused, but there's nothing stark or sterile here. This is luxury as an experience. Slide into the low-slung driver's seat and it hugs you like a high-end sports bucket. The seats are both supportive and comfortable for long drives, with multiple adjustment points and heating and ventilation as standard. Lexus even includes an optional massage function for 2026 on the Touring package. The steering wheel feels just right and the hands thick, leather-wrapped, and with paddle shifters that give tactile feedback. The digital instrument cluster is a work of art, with a moving centering inspired by the LFA supercar. It's bright, sharp, and customizable, offering performance metrics, navigation, and more at a glance. In the center console, Lexus has finally upgraded the infotainment system. The much-maligned touchpad is gone, replaced by a massive 14-inch touchscreen running the latest Lexus interface system. It's intuitive, fast, and now includes wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's also a heads-up display that projects speed, nav, and safety alerts right onto the windshield, minimizing distraction. Storage is predictably limited, as this is a 2+2 grand tourer. The rear seats are more symbolic than functional, great for small bags or the occasional child passenger. The trunk isn't massive either, but it's fine for a weekend getaway. You don't buy the LC 500 to haul cargo, you buy it to experience driving in its purest form. Speaking of driving, let's talk performance. The 2026 LC 500 retains its heart and soul in naturally aspirated 5.0-liter V8 engine that sings like a symphony. It makes 471 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque. That might not sound outrageous in today's turbocharged world, but this engine has something most others don't: character. It revs to over 7,000 revolutions per minute with a rising crescendo of glorious intake and exhaust noise. No artificial enhancement here, it's the real deal, and it sounds better than many turbo V8s with double the power. Power is sent to the rear wheels through a 10-speed automatic transmission that's been retuned for smoother downshifts and quicker response in manual mode. 0 to 60 miles per hour comes in about 4.4 seconds. which isn't class-leading. But the LC isn't about straight-line numbers, it's about how it makes you feel behind the wheel. The chassis is a mix of aluminum and high-strength steel, with the engine mounted far back for better weight distribution. Lexus has refined the adaptive variable suspension for 2026, giving the car a better balance between comfort and agility. In comfort mode, it soaks up road imperfections like a true luxury coupe. Switch to Sport S Plus and it tightens up, sharpens the throttle and steering, and lets that V8 roar a little louder. Handling is precise, though this is still a relatively heavy car. The LC500 isn't a track weapon, but it's confidence-inspiring on winding roads. It rotates beautifully thanks to its low center of gravity and wide track, and the steering has real feedback, something that's become rare these days. Brakes are strong and consistent, and with the performance package, you get rear-wheel steering and a limited slip differential that adds an extra layer of dynamism. Fuel economy? It's rated around 16 miles per gallon in the city and 25 on the highway. Not exactly Prius numbers, but again, that's not the point. You're paying for an emotional experience, and the LC delivers it every time you fire up that V8. Now let's talk pricing. The 2026 Lexus LC 500 starts at around $98,000. That puts it in the same league as high-end Grand Tourers like the BMW 8 Series and the Mercedes-Benz SL, fully optioned with the performance package, touring package, and upgraded wheels. You're looking at a price just north of $110,000. Expensive? Yes, but in many ways, it feels like a bargain considering the design, build quality, and the engine it gives you. This is likely one of the last naturally aspirated V8 luxury coupes you'll be able to buy new. And that brings us to the heart of why the LC500 matters. In a world quickly shifting toward electrification, turbocharging, and ever-increasing digitalization, the LC500 stands as a tribute to analog emotion. It's a car built not just to be fast or flashy, but to stir the soul. It's the kind of car you look back at every time you park it. The kind of car that makes you take the long way home. It's not perfect, it's not the most practical, but it doesn't need to be. It exists to make you feel something, and it does that beautifully. So if you're in the market for a luxury coupe that blends style, craftsmanship, and one of the most sonorous V8s still in production, the 2026 Lexus LC500 deserves your attention. It's not just a car, it's a piece of art that moves. Thanks for watching Car Drive Next. If you enjoyed this review and want more detailed breakdowns of the most exciting cars on the road, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss an episode. Drop a comment below. What do you think of the LC500? Would you take this over a BMW M850i or a Mercedes SL55? Let us know your pick. Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and as always keep chasing the road ahead.